like playing and watching cricket, and you also create social media content like memes. So let me give you a subject. Think of this year's ongoing IPL. Use two elements and one statement to create a meme.
Okay, Neil Armstrong, you said was the first man. He was part of which Apollo mission? Part of Apollo 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17.
Have you been to any Anganwadi center?
Visited with my mother most of the time.
Okay. Any government schools?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is on the plate of midday meal of a particular government school in your district, Niwari? Krishna. How are you, Krishna? Introduce yourself.
My name is Krishna Rajpoot. I belong to Niwari district of Madhya Pradesh. I have pursued my graduation in BA from Gwalior, from MLB College in Gwalior. I aspire to join civil services one day.
Krishna, highlight three values that you hold very dear.
Sir, I have a helping nature. Helping, I feel good to help anyone with whatever amount I can help. Second, sir, I don't get rushed by emotions. I have a very calm and composed personality. I don't make hasty decisions. Third is, sir, that I feel I am compassionate. I feel someone's grief or sorrow.
Okay. So, what I can gauge from your highlighting of values is that you are emotionally intelligent.
Yes, sir.
Are you? Can you recall an incident from your life where you have exhibited emotional intelligence?
Sir, last year in second wave of a pandemic, my father was diagnosed with COVID-19. He was critically ill, so I was at home, and there was some news going on that whoever is going hospital is not coming back. Sir. There were some rumors going in all Mohalla IPC. So my father was not ready to go. He was saying that I will not go, sir. It was a very tense moment, and there I compelled him. I persuaded him that we need to go to the hospital, which was, sir, the problem was the hospital was in district was from around 60 to 70 kilometers away from our home. So that's why, and there were news that once you are in hospital, they will not allow anyone of your family member to enter the hospital and attend you. And there is no time period that for how many time you will remain there. So he was not ready, sir. He was not. So it was a very. I persuaded him. We need to go there.
How's your father's health now?
It's excellent, sir. He remained there for 14 days around, sir. And,
Good together. Krishna, you must be aware that yesterday we celebrated something important at the national level. Very important. About what I'm referring to.
sir, we have started a center at Jamnagar, Gujarat for Ayush medicines.
Something related to bureaucracy.
Sorry, sir. I forgot, sir. National Civil Services Day. Yes, sir.
This was which National Civil Services Day? What was
Sorry, sir.
Why do we celebrate this day as National Civil Services Day?
On this day, the ICS was changed to Indian Administrative Services by our Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and Indian Administrative Service was designated as a force to bring the national unity and integrity to honor their contribution towards the nation building. It is celebrated as National Civil Services Day.
What was the theme, or what is rather the theme of this year's National Civil Services Day?
I am not sure.
Krishna, I was going through your DAF, and something which I found very interesting was one of your hobbies. You like creating social media content like memes. How did you develop this hobby?
Sir, during my college days, I was on Twitter and I also used to use Instagram also. So there is a culture of making memes on various themes such as entertainment, movies, and cricket. So sir, I have also hobby in watching cricket. So the players will be trolled or appreciated via memes. Memes is a pictographic idea, or it can also be in a form of video. So there I came to know about memes, and then I have also seen some Twitter handles of public authorities like Mumbai Police, Pune Police, and especially Jaipur Police, where I saw an incident in 2017. Jaipur Police used a cricket theme as a meme to spread awareness about traffic rules. From there,
Okay, good. So you like playing and watching cricket, and you also create social media content like memes. So let me give you a subject. Think of this year's ongoing IPL. Use two elements and one statement to create a meme on it. And it could be in any language. Mother tongue is Hindi.
yes, sir, Hindu.
It could be in English or
Okay. Sir, the IPL IPL brings opportunity to many French players who don't get the chance to perform in international cricket because only 11 players are allowed there. So on that theme, I have one image that can be used as a meme for French players. That it's a opportunity or opportunity for platform for equality and platform to develop to show your talent. And here is there is a meme from there's a scene from a web series Mirzapur that the Hindi in Hindi that बड़ी तकलीफ होती है जब आप योग्य हों और आप कोई आपकी योग्यता ना पहचाने. Players can use because IPL gives them a platform to show their talent, their opportunity, and many players have been doing great from IPL. Like Hardik Pandya and Jasprit Bumrah, they have come through the ranks because of IPL only, and now doing great in national cricket.
suppose you are working as the district collector, and in your district, a certain individual has created a meme. But this meme has been the center of a controversy because some section of the population consider the meme as an insult to their religion. How would you handle that situation?
Sir, sir, memes are generally for humorous and non-controversial purposes. Surely, if it hurts the sentiments of any community, any particular community, then there is need to stop the spread of.
Steps that you will take. Just I want to know the steps.
I will first ensure that the meme is removed from the platform and instantly because the it's spreading it is causing discomfort to any community. Second, sir, I will see that who has the if it is a grave matter or it's a serious, it's in reality was hurting the interest of other community. I will see who was the owner or creator of that meme, and then the person can be reprimanded that you should not be making such memes, or he can be given a warning also.
Create a meme on your UPSC journey till date.
So there's a meme. Sorry, sir, I can't think of any meme, but there's a Shairi on UPSC. I think I can share that. Yeah. So in Hindi it is that I'm not exactly sure of the words, but the line wording are as such that किसी किसी को घर से निकलते ही मंजिल मिल जाती है और हर कोई उम्र भर सफर में रहा. So that we somewhat we can relate to UPSC journey.
So this is your which attempt?
Second.
In 2020, you filled the form.
First one. Yes, sir.
You appeared for the examination. But here you have written that you have not appeared for the examination. Whether you appeared at the examination, you have written no.
Sir,
Have you checked it?
for that prelims examination, I didn't qualify prelims.
At the examination.
Okay.
Means right from the prelims stage onwards. So recheck this entry number 17 in your DAF, right? And not a thing to worry, right? Because it could be just a mistake. So don't get caught on it. Right? You have also never been employed. Any specific reason for that? You completed graduation in 2019. So why you never tried for employment?
I was focused and determined to join civil services. So after, as soon as I completed my graduation in 2019, I started my preparation for civil services. And I was not qualified age-wise in 2019. So I gave my first attempt in 2020. That's why, sir, I have not been employed.
Your optional subject was public administration. Now I'm naming one scholar. His name is John Stuart Mill, and use his philosophy to explain a present ongoing government of India scheme.
Sir, J.S. Mill sir, I think is a political scientist and philosopher and thinker of political science subject. Sir, actually, I have not read him, sir, in my public administration.
Have you heard about Max Weber? Use Max Weber's philosophy to highlight any one particular program of government which runs on that philosophy.
Sir, I will say the recently, sir, let me see. So that I got platform, that capacity building a platform for civil services. That was, sir, I'm not recalling the name exactly. That is based, a program initiative is based on
Max Weber's.
Sir, is for legal national authority is the best authority, is the best possible authority to govern an organization.
What is his model?
His model is meritocracy, meritocracy, sir.
Bureaucracy. Have you heard about Mission Karmayogi?
Mission Karmayogi. Mission Karmayogi is based on his philosophy of merit-based and training and competent civil servants.
Sir.
Krishna.
Yes.
Krishna, what's the date today?
Date, sir. Sir, day. So date, sorry, sir. 22nd April and 2020.
Yesterday you said was the what is it today? Okay, what is your date of birth? 16th June. What is 16th June celebrated in the world as?
In the world, sir. Sorry, sir.
In India as?
I don't know.
What event happened on this particular day in 1606?
06. Sir, the fifth Sikh Guru Arjun Dev was executed by Mughal Emperor Jahangir.
Who was the Mughal emperor you said?
Sir, it is Jahangir, sir.
Very good. Krishna, why do you want to join the civil service?
Sir, as I have said, sir, I think, sir, I have certain attributes in my personality, which will make me a good civil servant. And secondly, sir, civil services also provides wide scope of career opportunities, and for career progress.
You were talking about your values, you said helping nature, and you also said you are very calm and composed, agreed. And you also said you are compassionate. But you said we feel the other people's grief. More of empathy or compassionate?
That's more of, sir, empathy, sir.
What is the difference between empathy and compassion?
So compassionate means to understand understand someone's grief and sorrow. While empathy means to do something, do something to have a helping hand to them, so that they can overcome their sorrow and grief. Yes, sir.
So when you say you are being compassionate, that means you are understanding their grief. But when you say I am empathetic, you are going one step ahead and helping them resolve their problems. You have participated in inter-college quiz competition. You follow quizzes.
Religious, but it was actually, sir, a promotional event by a private college in Gwalior. I was just selected for that.
It says, the column was prizes, medals, and scholarships. There you have written inter-college quiz. Did you get any prize in the quiz? Okay. Can you remember one question that was asked to you?
There was also a screen behind. There was a computer in front of us. So they asked about a temple, Madurai temple of Kerala, and they asked about what is the name of that temple. So and it was in.
Tell me about any question which did not have an audio-visual clue.
They were simply just GK general knowledge based question like what is the smallest country in the world? That was Vatican City. This time, Vatican City. So these were the answer class in first year, so just to be passed the 12th. It was just general knowledge based questions.
Can I ask you a general knowledge-based question today? Who was the first man to step on the moon?
Armstrong.
I want to know who was the last one.
I don't know that.
Okay, Neil Armstrong, you said was the first man. He was part of which Apollo mission?
I don't know.
Part of Apollo 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. He was part of Apollo 11. Now, in Apollo 11, there were three astronauts, and two of them stepped on the moon. One was Neil Armstrong. Who was the second? Okay. You were also fond of playing cricket, playing and watching cricket. Are you watching this year's IPL? Which team is at the bottom this year's IPL? And how has their performance been thus far? How many matches have they played?
Played 7 matches and lost all the 7 matches. Mumbai.
Who were the winners last year?
Yes, sir, they were the winners.
What do you think went wrong?
Two major enforcer of middle overs in cricket, where you have to play fast and finish the games. Hardik Pandya and Hardik Pandya is not with the team now. Who used to provide the fifth bowling option, and also a batsman in middle order. Now because he is not there, they are if they play 5 bowlers, they are one batsman short, and if they play 7 batsmen, they are one bowler short. That balance is not there now because of absence of Hardik Pandya in Mumbai.
Yeah, Hardik Pandya did not bowl last year.
Ball sir actually, sir, but he is bowling this year, and sir, but sir, sir, his batting was also excellent, sir, as a finisher. Him and Pollard used to make a great pair to finish the games in death overs, and so now it is left up to Pollard only. And so when he feels the finishing has not been great, so
Recently made some announcement. What was that?
he has retired from international cricket.
Okay. Recently, you must have heard of the new laws of cricket which came into place. Have they come into place or not yet?
Sir, and they have come into place, sir, in this IPL, sir. Sir, I'm sure, but one law I remember that when a batsman gets out caught, even if the creases, if the batsmen have crossed each other, even then the new batsman will be on the strike. So that rule is being followed in IPL.
Those laws are meant for IPL or are they meant for international cricket? They come in international cricket.
They will come into force from October.
Good. Can you name 5 laws out of the 8 or 9 laws which you have incorporated?
Okay, sir. Sir, first law was, sir, as I have said, that even if a player strikes, second is mankading has been allowed. So it was allowed also. It has been termed as a legal method of outing someone. Third, so that's the only two I can think of now.
There was a lot of controversy about use of saliva to shine the ball. Anything that is being made a law in cricket in this particular
This is also a law which has been incorporated. Saliva has been banned from using to shine the ball.
there are a lot of instances of animals or objects or people coming into the field of play. Any law to that effect also?
That, sir, I'm not aware.
What is the difference between a dead ball and a low ball?
Sir, dead ball will not be considered as a delivery itself, and and while the no ball is a delivery, it will be counted in the bowler's account, not counted, sir, but it will be considered as a delivery and run will be given for them, and after that no ball, a free hit will also be given for a batsman. While dead ball is just non-existent and is not counted.
What is the difference between seam and swing?
So swing is the lateral movement in the air, and seam is the lateral movement of the pitch after ball has hit the ground, the pitch. Seam is a movement after hitting the pitch, while swing is the movement in the air.
Okay. You heard about the announcement of India attempting to become, aiming to become a $5 trillion economy. Now, what role do you see for the defense sector in this?
Multiple opportunity to become a $5 trillion economy. First of all, sir, it will improve our strategic position if we are self-sufficient in defense sector. The economic opportunities are employment generation, employment creation, crowding in effect of private investment. Third opportunity will be exporting our equipments to foreign nation, just like we have a
for defense?
so I'm not sure of that.
And how much have we achieved? Any idea? Okay. One last question. Who was appointed as the next army chief?
Manoj Pandey has been appointed as a army chief.
Mr. Manoj Pandey. Mr. Manoj Pandey was Lieutenant General.
Sir, I'm not sure of his designation, but he's from engineer armed corps.
Is it the engineer armed force or is it the Corps of Engineers?
Thank you, sir.
Krishna, you are from Nivari. How Nivari got its name?
Separate district in 2018.
How it got its name?
Okay, sir.
Nivari.
So that's sir, I don't.
What is the current population of Nivari?
So it is 4 lakh around, 4 lakh people around.
4 lakh. Who is current MP from Nivari?
So Mr. Anil Jain. Sir, MP, sir.
MP, yes.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sir, Niwari is under Tikamdar constituency of Lok Sabha. So Mr. Virendra Thakil is the MP from here.
Good. Name top 5 tribals of Madhya Pradesh.
The first is sir Bhil, second is Gond, third is Sahariya, then there is Agaria, and there is Bega tribe also, sir.
Okay. Which state has the largest percentage of tribal population in India?
It's MP, sir, 21%. And Madhya Pradesh, sir.
The largest percentage in terms of total population.
I'm not sure, I don't think so.
Okay. Have you been to any Anganwadi center?
Visited with my mother most of the time.
Okay. Any government schools?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is on the plate of midday meal of a particular government school in your district, Nivari.
There is a menu also sometimes. So I have I can recall, sir, on Thursday they used to provide puri and aloo and kheer also was there. And sometimes there will be dal also, sir. So there was menu for different days in my village area.
3 items.
These were the rotated with the dal and aloo, so, some green vegetables also.
Should we include eggs as well in midday meal scheme?
We can include, but that should be on voluntary purpose. We can't make it mandatory for everyone to have it.
Okay. It is said in legal parlance that an unjust law is no law at all. Do you know who said this? Do you believe in this? Suppose you are an IPS officer. You believe that a particular law is unjust. Will you implement it?
I will not implement.
Will not implement it? Do you think that memes violate intellectual property rights?
Yes, sir. There are provisions in the US law that some means if any still or photograph is taken from any movie, then that can be considered as a violation of intellectual property rights. They can violate the IPR.
Okay. You recently give an example of a meme where you used a photograph from Mirzapur web series. Will it violate intellectual property right?
Yes, sir, they can claim for on that.
That means you, as part of your hobby, you are violating law related to IPR?
There are provisions in laws that for any constructive purpose or any criticism, the or photographs or videos from clips from any movie can be used. So there are safeguards for that. So it's in Copyright Act.
Section.
No, no, sir.
Okay. You have said that you have helping nature. Can you tell me an instance from your life where you have depicted this quality of yours?
Sir, during my means examination, when I was writing my optional paper, the guy was sitting behind me. And he was not understanding the instructions properly because there are instructions that you have to write three questions mandatorily and two questions mandatorily. That is first one and fifth one. Then you have to write three from both the sections. He was not understanding. He asked sir twice, the invigilator sir. He was also not able to understand fully what it was. And then sir asked me to help him. So it took me 1.5 minutes, but I told him properly that this is how we have to write. It is first and fifth are mandatory, and then you can walk through two.
Okay. In your higher secondary education, you took science stream, but then you shifted to humanities. Any specific reason?
So that I can so sir my goal was to gain civil services. So I thought that humanities are closer to my which will be my work field one day. So that's why I opted for humanities.
Can a science student be a good civil servant or humanities student?
So both of them can be sir. It depends on your attributes and character.
Okay. On what basis you filled your cadre preferences?
So preference I feel sir as a closeness to my state because these are the states which I know better, which I am aware of. I am well aware of because of Northern Belt and Hindi Belt. My mother tongue is also the Hindi. So I will be able to engage with the public and society at large with better with the northern states because of language and same culture all states have.
As a civil servant, you should be ready to serve in any state, even if it is very far from your home state.
Nearness to the culture and the the ease with which I can pursue society or can engage with them. That's why that on that basis I feel my career preference.
Okay. From your personality, I felt that Indian Foreign Service should have been at the topmost priority at preference list in preference list, but it is at third preference. Why is it so?
Sir, basically, sir, I want to work among the society in the society because sir the need that for any development or reform, the change should be from society itself. So that's why I think sir I can I can better be within the society itself. While as a Indian foreign service, you are more engaged with international relations. So that's why sir, I think that I will be better with society.
You that you are Indian Foreign Service officer and you have to draft a statement related to India stake on or India's stand on Russia-Ukraine war. Draft a statement of just 3 lines.
Okay, sir. So the statement will be this: India has been a supporter of a bilateral solution of conflicts between nations, and as a follower, and we are following our strategic autonomy. We are following our strategic autonomy. So the stance of India will remain neutral. It will not extend support to any of the nations engaged in war.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Are you under stress? So, can you crack a joke for all of us?
Let me think, sir. So can I make a joke about relationships of nowadays going on between younger generation?
Yes, you can.
So there's a joke there's a joke between friends, the friend circle. They say, what is the best thing about relationships? And then one will say they break. That's how it happens.
Is this a good thing?
No, that it's not a good thing.
As a friend circle, we have this joke.
What kind of relationship exists between a bureaucrat and the people?
There are bureau-
By using three attributes or three adjectives.
three adjectives. So there is trust between bureaucrat and public. There is also a client. Public is also a client sometimes. Sometimes, sir, for service delivery. And there are many kinds of relationship between a bureaucrat and the public. Third one will be, sir, as a sir, regulator also, sir, bureaucracy regulates the society and public.
Thank you, Krishna. Your interview is over. We will reconnect with you in some time. Krishna, before we begin this feedback session, I would like you to assess your own performance and to put yourself on a scale of 10. Where would you put yourself?
But I need to work on. I need to go through my DEF more. Need to more about my district and all. Second, sir, I need to be more fluent while answering. I think I'm good in my hobbies, that is memes and cricket all. Need to work on other things.
So where would you place yourself? Krishna, first, you must understand here that it is not a test of your knowledge. The knowledge has already been tested. That's why you have got this interview. It is a test of your personality. What is being tested? What kind of values you? What kind of virtues are present in your character? Do you have the power of decision making, especially under crisis? Are you a problem solver? Can you resolve a crisis? Are you a good listener? Do you go to the depth of the problem? Are you inquisitive in nature? Can you think out of the box? How can you use the available resources? Can you engage with multiple stakeholders? You're a good negotiator. Can you persuade people? Right? The idea is to see whether you could be trained on. And once trained, whether you will be an impediment in the path of delivery of social justice or you will further the goal of the delivery of social justice. That is what is being looked at, right? So every question that is thrown at you is thrown with the intention to uncover some particular aspect of your personality. Even when factual questions are thrown at you, the idea is to see that how do you respond when you do not know certain things. Understand that? Are you inclusive in your mindset? Do you have any kind of bias, prejudice against any community, religion, region, gender, etc.? This is what is being tested. Get it there? So let me highlight some of the good things. You are appropriately dressed for the occasion, with few exceptions, which I'll talk about in a moment. You are very polite, you talk very softly, you are very gentle, and you are very honest. These things went in your favor, right? You also have a good value set. But this is a critical analysis. So let me highlight those areas where you need improvement. And I'll start from the very beginning. The moment you entered into the room, first, when you ask for permission, it has to be assertive. Do not be aggressive or submissive. Be assertive, right? Within the corridors of politeness. Try to do that. It appeared as if you were very anxious, nervous. There was a lot of apprehension in the entry. The way you walked, there was no confidence in your walk. Then, see, the court etiquettes dictate that when you are entering the room, your coat has got how many buttons? 2 buttons. So the upper button would be placed, right? It would be together. And then when you sit down, you should unbutton your coat. That's the right way. So your upper button should be buttoned, and when you sit, it should be unbuttoned. When you get up, again you have to button it and walk up. That's the court etiquette. Otherwise, see, this is what happens. There's a kind of, you can say it is not so formal. It appears very casual. Then the socks that you are wearing, go for a darker shade. Never go for these kind of socks. The necktie is fine. The shirt is also decent. So you can continue with that. But definitely reconsider the socks. They are not the way. If this is the suit that you're planning to wear, then the socks should be dark, black, plain socks without any kind of print on it. Your voice was too low at times. It was impossible to understand what you're trying to say, and we started guessing. And when people will guess, they will award you less marks because they can guess anything. Get it? So speak clearly. When you are a civil servant, you have to engage with the people on a regular basis. If you do not speak clearly, then how would the people understand what you want to say? Clear? So work on that. The eye contact needs improvement. The right way of having the eye contact is when somebody is asking you the question, look towards that person. Wait for the question to finish. Once the question is finished, then while you are answering, you should primarily look towards that person who has asked you the question. But in between, you have to also engage yourself with other panelists. Give some soft glances towards other members of the board as well. Otherwise, they may feel neglected. Somebody may even take offense of it. So 60 to 70% of the time should be given to the person who is asking you the question. And 30 to 40% of the time should be distributed among other members of the board. But when somebody is asking you the question, you should not take your eyes away from that person, because that would be considered as a mark of disrespect. That is the right way of having eye contact. The smile was absent mostly, though it appeared in places, but it was sporadic in nature. It has to be more consistent. The smile should vanish only when the question is of grave nature, like say for example, poverty, child labor. There you cannot smile. Understand that? Apart from that, a consistent smile should be maintained because it lightens the mood. You were not listening to the question very carefully. And you were also repeating the question. At times you repeated the question. One question was asked to you, why you want to join the civil services? To this is how you start. I think I have. It means you're not sure that you have these qualities. You said, I think I have. I think, I feel. Avoid these kind of words. Better words would be, I believe. Last man to step on the moon is what you said. I don't know. It's all right to say I don't know. But then you should also juxtapose it by saying that, but sir, I would definitely check it, or I will read on this. This shows that part of your personality where you are eager to learn. Otherwise, the impression that is created is, I don't know, I don't care. Get it? IPS officer question regarding an unjust law. Will you implement that unjust law? You said I will not. the IPS officer is part of what? Judiciary, executive, legislature. It's part of what? Executive. Can executives test the justness or unjustness of law? Their job is what? Execute the law, right? But you can definitely, better answer would be, I would execute the law, sir, because civil services code of conduct warrants me to do that. But I will also highlight my reservations against the law, and I will write to my superior authorities, like the chief secretary, cabinet secretary. It means that you do not shy away from your constitutional duties, legal duties, and you also care for the people, and you have belief in the system. Do you get it? But आपने क्या बोला? I will not. You get it? So do not go by the philosophy behind your answers. Go by what is expected in terms of your personality. Then आपने क्विज वाले क्वेश्चन में बोला मदुरै टेम्पल ऑफ केरला. Is there a temple called Madurai temple? In Madurai. Where is Madurai located?
I got confused, sir. I think.
So if you are confused, you should not supply wrong information. Think of that IPS IAS officer जो गलत information दे लोगों के साथ. आप अगर ऐसा कुछ बोल दोगे तो बिल्कुल आप खुद मीम बन जाओ मीडिया के सामने. ठीक है, ये आ गया. जैसे हमारे एक पड़ोसी देश के प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने बोला था जापान और जर्मनी के बारे में. वैसे आप भी बनना चाहते हो क्या? हाँ, तो keep track of what you are saying. Your cricket knowledge is fine, but try to improve it a bit regarding the recent developments. Then, when you address the army chief or the next army chief, you said Mr. Manoj. People from the defense, they should be addressed with appropriate designation, as they put it, right? Otherwise, it would be considered as a mark of disrespect. Okay. So these are the things which I feel, Krishna, you need to improve. And if you work on these areas, definitely there would be a jump of at least 40 to 45 marks in your school. Today, 40 to 45 marks were deducted mostly because of these flaws. Right? So this is my feedback. Other honorable members will give their own. After that, you can ask your questions and then I will disclose your score.
Krishna, most of the things have been said. I will not touch upon them. But I would definitely want to touch upon the fact that your pitch of the voice was very low, and at times you were actually mumbling. Quite a few times we could not even understand what you were saying. So, and as rightly said, if we are not able to comprehend what you are saying, then what are we doing? We are guessing, and when we guess, we can guess wrongly also. What will happen? Who will bear the consequences? So please, your pitch of the voice has to be much higher than what it was today. Right? There should be no mumbling at all. Your words should come out crisp and clear, and we should be able to comprehend what you exactly want to say. जैसे आप बोल रहे हो वैसे नहीं चलेगा. Most of it was very low, and in a lot of places you were just mumbling through. Stop that. Okay. Couple of times I thought you've taken a long time to think, but without taking permission to think. That is not right. If you're asked a question, don't jump into the answer immediately. Wait for a couple of seconds, a few seconds, 2, 3 seconds, wait, and then answer. If you want to think something, the answer that has been asked to you, the question that's been asked to you, it requires a little bit of contemplation. In that case, take permission. Can I take a few seconds to think? No harm at all. समझ गए? No harm at all. but don't start thinking about an answer without taking notes. ये याद रखना आप. The answers in couple of instances they were very long. Shorter रखो अपने answers. The shorter the answer, the better it is going to be for you. Now, in one instant, you started answering. When you were asked a question, you started answering, but after uttering a few words, maybe just 3-4 words, you said, "Sorry, I'm not." You said you stopped. You started thinking, and then said, "Sorry, I'm not able to understand." If you had taken time in the initial stages, क्या होता? You would have realized that I'm not able to get the answer. So क्या होता? You would not have started and then stopped. है कि नहीं? So पहले आप बोलते थे, I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recollect. And if you don't know the answer, never say no. बोलो कि I will, I'm sorry, I'm not aware. I will go back and check. ये जरूर डालना है उसके अंदर. Then you knowledge about the current state. Now, when is the interview? 20th May. You have a lot of time. एक महीना almost आपके पास. So 20th May के बारे में भी information रखो. Information about the day also of the interview. They can ask you, what is it today? Right? जैसे अभी I ask you, what is it today? क्या है आज? So today is a World Earth Day. World Earth Day क्यों मनाया जाता है? If the interview was yesterday, what was yesterday? You knew that. So if there's something special on that particular day, if you're aware about it, it adds to your performance. Then smile definitely आपका 5 नंबर कम हो गए because smile नहीं था. अब smile कर रहे हो आप. उस टाइम क्यों नहीं स्माइल कर रहे थे? You were under so much of pressure right from the moment you entered. तब से दिखना शुरू हो गया कि you are under a lot of stress. See, Krishan, understand one thing. The purpose of us giving feedback and the very purpose that you have come here is what? Is the same. You have come here to understand your weaknesses, so you can correct them. We are sitting here to correct. Why should I highlight only the good things? Good things are good. We have told you what is good, but what requires attention is the weaknesses because they have to be corrected. So that is the purpose that we are sitting here. So take the feedback in that spirit in which they are mentioned. They are meant to guide you to become a better performer on the final day. हमारा मकसद खाली यही है. So please इनको आप take it in the right spirit and when you go for the interview, make sure ये सब गलतियां मत करो. Eye contact वाली गलती मत करो. अपना don't be apprehensive, don't be scared, don't be under pressure for no reason at all. आपका performance खराब होगा. If you are wearing a smile on your face, उतना ही अच्छा आपका performance. तो अगर आप स्माइल करोगे तो आपका जो पैनल के मेंबर्स हैं उनके चेहरे में भी स्माइल आ जाएगा. ठीक है? तो आपको लास्ट में क्यों बोला गया जोक सुनाओ कि शायद हंसो. So it took us 30 minutes for you to see the smile on your face. So that should not be the case. And ये आदमियों के लिए please never say Mr. Okay? And Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey. And he is from the Corps of Engineers. That is something very special. It was good you knew that, but you did not spell out his designation and his actual service. You said something else. You didn't say Corps of Engineers. You said something else. You said engineers all right, but not the Corps of Engineers because that service is called Corps of Engineers. That's what makes him so special. So keep all these things in mind. I'm sure 40 तो बोला गया आपको, definitely 40 आपको touch करेंगे ही करेंगे. Right? All the very best to you.
Krishna,
अच्छा वो I forgot compassion वाला अब उल्टा कर गए कंपैशन क्या होता है एम्पैथी क्या होता है आपने कंपैशन को एम्पैथी बना दिया एम्पैथी को कंपैशन बना दिया प्लीज डोंट मेक सच मिस्टेक्स सो आई आस्क्ड यू twice I asked you
Krishna, see, you have emotional intelligence. Your meme knowledge was also good. You are very young. Age is on your side. ये आपका सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट ही है ना? लेकिन इम्प्रूवमेंट्स की बात ऑलरेडी सर ने कर दी है बहुत सारी. आप यूजुअली इतना धीरे ही बोलते हैं.
उनके सामने ही मैंने बोला केवल
मेरी तो आवाज़ मुझे बढ़ानी चाहिए.
Unofficially, informally, when you speak to your friends and family, जब भी आप इतना धीरे ही बोलते हैं.
हर जगह मुझे यही फीडबैक मिल रहा है, मतलब दोस्तों से कि बहुत धीमे बोलता हूँ.
वीकनेस जो आपको ठीक करनी है 1 महीने. This is a test of personality and not knowledge. And for a personality assessment, we should be able to comprehend what you are saying. आप जो बोल रहे थे समझ में ही नहीं आएगा अगर तो हम क्या नंबर देंगे. ठीक है. So you should speak in a such a manner, crisp and clear manner. The other person who is listening to you should be able to comprehend what you are saying. है ना? नहीं तो फिर वो guessing करेंगे. It won't go in favor of you. So you should work on that. आपको बोल्ड लेटर में हाईलाइट करना है ये चीज कि आपको अपनी वॉइस इंक्रीज करनी है और क्रिस्प एंड क्लियर मैनर में बोलना है. यू शुड नॉट मम्बल. आप मम्बलिंग कर रहे थे अंदर अंदर, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है. योर मदर इज करंटली वर्किंग इन आंगनवाड़ी, सो यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द मिड डे मील देन.
by separation between midday meal and an Anganwadi services.
Everything is connected
Okay,
in some manner. Okay, so it is expected that you should be aware of such nitty-gritties. Smile was missing, so you should smile. It will add on to your performance. You were speaking and thinking in many places. Avoid that. First think and then speak. And when you want to think for a longer period of time, more than 2-3 seconds, then take permission before that. Finger movement हो रहा था आपका कुछ थोड़ा सा. ठीक है. It is sign of nervousness, so avoid that. And the disaster was that you will not implement unjust law. You are not a judge. You are not part of judiciary. You are just an executive. You are implementer of the law. As rightly pointed out, you can highlight your reservations, but you cannot categorically say that I will not implement unjust law. You will implement, but you will also highlight your reservations on that. That would have been a proper answer. ठीक है. So अगर आप इन सब में improvement करता है तो you can easily improve your score by 40 to 50 marks. Okay. Just by improving your voice, you can improve 25 to 30 marks easily. Just by voice. So that is why I said, आप बोल्ड में लिख लीजिए उसको. इस पे आपको सबसे ज्यादा काम करना है. ठीक है. Krishna, two more things I wanted to point out. When I asked you about George Stuart Mill, what was your answer? Do you remember?
Yes,
You said that, sir, आप जो कहना चाह रहे थे वो मुझे क्या सुनाया है, मैं ये बता रहा हूँ. सर ये पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की नहीं है स्कॉलर, ये पॉलिटिकल साइंस का. ये it means you are questioning the question. Do you understand that? Okay. Now let me prove you wrong. Are you aware about the 12 maxims of public administration? 12 maxims of public administration, 12 rules of public administration, read about them. And one of them is the maxim of utilitarianism. Maximum good for the maximum number. In that context only, by using that philosophy only, countrywide lockdown was imposed. It was not doing good to certain sections, like the migrant laborers. Yet it was doing maximum good for the maximum, by curtailing the spread of the disease. You get it? Who is the proponent of utilitarianism? Bentham and Mill. How can you say that? It's not related to public administration.
के बारे में तो जो है बिल्कुल भी आइडिया नहीं था.
And the second thing is reconsider the joke. This joke is fine in informal circles, not in a formal circle. Joke should not be sexist, racist. मैं क्या कह रहे थे? But the only thing good about modern relationships is they break.
You said modern relationship or Western relationship?
Younger generation, they break. So what is the funny thing in this? In informal settings, I can understand. In formal settings, you try to highlight what is funny in this. That younger generation people are this. See what I can derive from. Younger generation people are bad decision makers. They are phobic to commitment. These are the things. These things is what makes you laugh. Want to try to understand the personality of a person, just look at what makes him laugh. Do you get it? ये चीजें ठीक करो, right? पूछना चाहते हैं आप?
नो सर आई डोंट काफी सारे things हैं.
So just work on these areas here. 20th May is what you said your interview schedule, right? Based on today's performance, we have given you 130. So it would be on a scale of 10. Now, if I have to place you, I'll place you somewhere around 5. So 275 आधा कितना होता है? 137.5, 135 मिला. Same here. ठीक है? Thank you.